There are those that just want to be left alone, and those that just won't leave them alone. Which one are you? The Ernest Hancock Show.
Oh, they want us. We get it back up and it goes back down again. We're under heart attack. You know, you're just doing it right when you're under attack all the time by the man. You know, okay, let me tell you what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through some stuff that I've known for a while and waiting for this to come out. I'm going to go ahead and let's put this up for those watching. And then, of course, you can go look at it later and I'll explain it to you as we talk on the radio. If you do, United Nations joining forces with Spider-Man. What? Okay, let me explain to you what's going on. This is an article that was written, when was this? By 2007. Okay, in 2007, what it was, the United Nations is teaming up with Marvel Comics, creator of Spider-Man, to create a comic book. It will be set in a war-torn fictional country and feature superheroes working with UN agencies. Okay. When this first came out a few years ago, I'm going, I already see where this is going, okay? What happened is the United Nations worked with Marvel Comics, and this has been going on for a long time. What they did in the 60s, you'd have Captain America was going after hippies burning American flags, okay? This has got history. This has been going on for a long time. Yeah, it's been, you know, the article here, Marvel Comics to produce United Nations comic book. I've always, now who did this? This was Opinion Editorial Associated, whatever, Yahoo Contributor Network. This is Yahoo News at the time. I've always maintained that comic books are one of the best mediums available for educating children and adults of all ages. In addition to teaching reading skills, the merger of pictures and words can often move mountains when it comes to getting a point across. And Marvel Comics, one of the largest producers of comic books in the United States, if not the world, and producer of such recognized titles as the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man, apparently thinks so too. According to a January 3rd article posted on WorldNet Daily, tens of thousands of children in public schools across America soon could be getting a free comic book, one that extols the virtues of the United Nations and its agenda through the words of kids' superhero Spider-Man. Now remember, at this time, you know, Spider-Man, big, blockbuster, and all kinds of goodies. This four-color approach to getting the word out regarding the United Nations is being led by French filmmaker Romuald Sciorra, who also produced a series of short documentaries about former UN leaders Kofi Annan, Boutros Ghali, Javier Perez du Celar, and Kurt Waldheim. But it's not the first time the medium of comic books has been used to promote such propaganda. Hitler was a favorite villain of Captain America in the latter's comic book adventures published during World War II, and the United States Army used comics for years as a forum to teach soldiers about such diverse subjects as changing a tank turret for the benefits of using a condom. What? Such diverse subjects as changing a tank turret or the benefits of using a condom. Okay, whatever. The UN comic book, according to the WorldNet article, will feature favorite Marvel characters such as Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four, and will tell the story of how the United Nations fights the challenges of poverty, disease, and conflict worldwide. For its part, the United Nations underscored the efforts of the project by making the complex UN system accessible to youth. The partners hope to teach children the value of international cooperation and sensitize them to the problems faced in other parts of the world, and it goes on. This is not the first time that they've been doing this. It's happened in World War II. It happened during Vietnam. It's happening now. So I'm going, okay, I have a talk show host that is inside CENTCOM, watching them bomb the terrorist. He was a Vietnam vet, has a son, third tour in Afghanistan. You start to get it? He's on Troop Talk Radio. And what's the name of his show? The Captain's America. Okay, I can see where this is going. So I want him to just, and he agreed to come back. I'm like, come on, man, tell me all you want to tell me about everything. Come on, let's go. Give him a rope, give him rope. Let him say it. Let him agree to come back. I want to we got to bomb him. So then we have, a lot of other things on here. I can go, UN forces join. We have United Nations for, going with the Avengers and so on. That's another thing. If you remember, this is one thing I was sensitive to. Because I knew this, when Iron Man came out, which is part of the Marvel Universe, when Iron Man came out, I'm going, yeah, we'll see how long this goes, because there's at least going to be an Iron Man 3. And what's the evolution going to be? Well, who better than to have Robert Downey Jr. going, screw the man, I am Iron Man, it's me. By the end of the second episode, the second sequel, we have, the U.S. military taking one of the machines. We have, the Iron Man suits. We have the Avengers, which is some kind of secret, government quasi-Avenger superheroes all come together being controlled by something, and he's got to come into the fold. He gets all drunk, and he's out there, with his great weapon, and he's blowing up stuff at a party. You see the drift? I could see what they were doing. It's irresponsible to have private citizens have this much power without some kind of government control. Okay? By the time we get to the third episode of Iron Man, what do you think will happen? Already, Tony Stark has become, as in the comic books and so on, part of the Avenger program. Now, Avengers, played by Samuel Jackson, he's, the head guy, one-eyed patched guy, Nick Fury or something. What they do is they're bringing in, the next movie coming out is Thor, Thor's hammer and all that kind of stuff. And Captain America's coming in this thing. Now, if you remember in the second Iron Man, when he had to make the new element in his lab that he did, and the guy from S.H.I.E.L.D., Strategic Homeland Enforcement and, whatever defense thing, S.H.I.E.L.D., okay, this is what we're getting into S.H.I.E.L.D., Homeland Security is going to be S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, he holds up this one thing that was Captain America's shield. And he's like, what's this doing? He goes, yeah, I need that. He takes it and he levels out his little laser thing. Remember? His little circle deal that he had to be able to make his element, so he puts into his chest power thing. Well, I recognize that shield. I go, that's a link to this Captain America thing. Captain America, when he comes on the scene, when the Avengers come in, they're doing all this, I can see something's going to... Now, who's going to be making the movie The Avengers? Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon, one of my favorite directors, did Firefly, Serenity, definitely anti-central authority, anti-man, okay? For him to take on this role of the Avengers, me and my friends are going, wow, we see this coming throughout history, the role Marvel Comics has played in, supporting military and the man, and we have the United Nations and so on going on. We have the Avengers starting to come out. This is all popular culture. And now we have Joss Whedon taking on this movie. How will this come out? What kind of role? What kind of rhetoric will there be? What kind of verbiage are they going to be using? I don't know. But we're going to be paying attention, and so should you. This is how this stuff happens. I just have a long institutional history knowledge of this stuff, and it all comes around. It always does. We'll be right back. Talk about it some more.